Hello everyone, and welcome back to Paper Peony. I'm Kimberly Jones, and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! Today I have for you my third sample using the Waves of Inspiration stamp set that is found in our annual catalog. And if this interests you, you can go to my link below, my Stampin' Up! Website, and shop these products that I'm using today. Or send me a comment or question if you have any questions. Waves of Inspiration is a beautiful, very detailed stamp set. When you stamp, it shows a lot of dimension. But it's a wave and a pelican and really beautiful sayings. And the dies is what really makes this stand out because it's a layered die. You have two different waves that layer on top of your stamped image to give you a 3D effect on your waves. And then you have labels, you have seagulls, and then you have clouds, and then you even have, I guess, the froth on top of the wave. You can add detail on top of the wave if you want. And then this actually cuts out the pelican stamp. So, beautiful stamp set, and it is found in the annual. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to get this really holographic look, which is really beautiful. And so what we did is I used, or what I did, in the catalog is holographic paper that is found in the space bundle or suite, the astronaut suite, and you get these holographic papers. And what I did is I actually used this one that had a lot of color added into it. I cut a piece off, as you can see down here below, and ran it through on that second layer die and got this as my wave. Okay, now I put adhesive sheets on the back of this paper. Okay, so you're going to stick the adhesive sheet on the back of this, okay, one side sheet, like we did on the sand on the previous card that I did with the faux sea glass. You're going to stick it on the back of this. Then you're going to put your die on the top of this cardstock, which would be this one right here. You're going to put it on top and then run it through your die cut machine. And then you're going to be left with a sticker die, okay? And that's what this is. It's a sticker, okay? Then, because I wanted that holographic look, that comes from the space papers. Then, what's new and online now, it's an online exclusive paper collection. It's paired with the zinnias, okay, is a white glitter paper. This, I want to say, is, I don't know what green this is. Granny apple green, I believe. Either that or old olive. I want to say it's granny apple green. And then this is the berry burst, okay? I was only sent one sheet instead of two. And so I used up all my berry burst. But as you can see, that glitter layer right there, that pinkish berry color, that is the third sheet that you would be getting in this set. So you get two sheets of each one of these. And so they're beautiful papers. But what I want to show you is, with this being white, you can actually sponge this with any color ink. Balmy blue, for instance. Let's just do this real quick. Saturate your brush. And then just color this white, whatever color you want it. And then you can have a blue glitter page. See how that works? So that's what I did with this top layer on this wave, is I colored this white balmy blue, and then I ran it through the die cut machine. Now, I forgot to do that on this extra that I did before I did this video. And so I'm just going to actually kind of color this a little bit while I have it here, and use this as my matte to color that. Okay, so it's got some color on it. So that is the two different papers I used. And the glitter paper is brand new. But it's online exclusive only, so you'll find that there. Okay, so now we're able to start building up our card. And so we have a 4 by 5 1/4 basic white to play with as our background. I went ahead and mounted this wave And it's a really big stamp, so you're gonna need a really big block for it. This is also one of those waves that you can actually use markers and make your waves 3, 4 different colors if you want before you stamp it. I stuck to a very simple concept and just used Azure Afternoon, which happens to be a really bright blue. I really love this blue. It's nice and bright. It's kind of a cornflower blue, but a really bright cornflower. Okay, and being that this stamp is really nice and big, you want to bring the ink pad to the stamp. Okay. I hope this gives me the image that I love, because we don't have the stamp jig anymore. And so you can't keep going over it. Once you stamp it, it's a stamped image. Okay, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so now that you have that, because you can always trim off that bottom if you want to. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and ink our background before we start layering our wave. Okay, so we're going to start with Calypso Coral to give us that sunset look. So Calypso Coral is my orange that I used. Okay, and I'm just going to go in and just kind of touch up just a little bit right there. I don't want, that kind of went heavy on me. I don't want it to be covering my wave very much. Okay. And then you're going to do the same with the yellow, the Lemon Lolly. I did Lemon Lolly on this one. Oops. Sponges are going out of whack. And you just want to kind of brush it off of the page and go across. Now I went ahead and die cut my label with basic white, and this die is in the Waves of Inspiration dies. And you're going to want to mimic that sunset or your coloring on this label. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. As you can see, I'm coloring the bottom of my label, that Lemon Lolly. And set that aside. And you can put as much or you can go as dark as you want on these colors. The Calypso Coral is just a little bold for me right now. And you can always go into that coral and kind of blend it out. Okay. And then after that, then you're going to be left with the Balmy Blue. You're bringing that Balmy Blue up to the top into the sky. Okay. Okay. Just kind of saturate that top. And now if you wanted, you could go down here below and bring in some of this Balmy Blue in the bottom to take that white border away. It's not going to matter once you get it labeled or layered, because then you're not going to see it. Okay. And get my inks all closed. And then I'm going to bring in a towel and just get this ink off of my glass so it's not messing up projects. Okay. Okay, so now that we have that done, now we're going to bring in our scene, okay? And we're going to start layering our wave, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to layer that second layer. Now, the way you can tell the difference is you can see the third one has a little bit more of your splash of your wave or your foam on the top of the wave, okay? So that's going to be your third layer. And I'm going to take my tool pick and kind of find a place that you can actually bring up that sticker, because this is a very, very dainty die cut. There's a lot of corners and stuff on this. And as you can see, let me move this out away. You can see that this sticker part is peeling off the back of this. And you want to do it very carefully because you don't want to tear up your die. So I'm trying to get that paper to come up for me. And it looks like it's not going to come off in one piece. So you're just going to have to play with it until you get all of that sticker off. But I will tell you, it works the best this way, because if you don't do it this way, it's a really pain. It's a big pain to put glue on this die. Okay, so it's really hard to tell because it's white. The back of the paper is white, so it's hard to tell if the sticker part's up or not. Okay, so there is that one. Whoops. Okay, that was a big piece that came off. But yeah, using tool pick is the best way to do this, really, because it really pulls the sticker off. Especially if you don't have nails, trying to pull it up is really challenging. I think that's going to be my end piece. Yep. Okay, so everything is sticky now, okay? And so you bring in your scene, and how you judge this is you're going to go to that bottom corner where you stamped it. You're going to go to that bottom corner and make sure it flushes to the bottom of your stamped image. And that's how you know you're in the right place. And you're just going to stick it down, okay? And then the next piece is going to be the top piece, the piece that you colored with the ink, with that white sparkle. And the white sparkle is pretty and all, but I just wanted to show that you can color that a different color if you want. Sometimes we don't want white, we want a different color. And so I love the fact that they included a white piece, because then you can make it any color you want it. And I'm using that tool, that tool to hold my die in place while I'm peeling off the sticker, so it's not moving on me, or I'm not risking tearing it up. Okay, I know I've got some stickiness going on here, but there's also parts that aren't peeled off. And it may be, I'm trying to see, okay, I know that there's a sticker here because it's, there it goes. Okay, I hope I'm in the camera where you can see what I'm doing. And if you get tired and you're tired of trying to get the sticker off, you can always bring in your fine tip glue, or if you're trustworthy on this Tombow and you're good enough that you can just come in and do just little baby dabs of glue where you think that you can't get the glue off or the sticker off, then you'll be fine doing it that way too. Okay, so then it's the same concept. You're going to go to that bottom left corner and layer that bottom on top. And just let it rest where it wants to rest. Okay, and that's what you're left with. Isn't that beautiful? It's just gorgeous. Okay, so then the last thing we're gonna do is, and I forgot to ink that top part there. We'll do that right now. Bring in some glue. I had some left over from sponging the top. Okay, and that looks good to me. Okay, so now we're gonna stamp that saying onto the label. And again, I use that Knot of Navy. And you're just gonna stamp it right in the center of your label. Let me get it to where it's not falling down, okay? Okay. All right, and then this is our ribbon It's a two-tone ribbon. It has balmy blue and white on it, and it's found in the ribbon section of the annual catalog. And what I did is I took it and ran it through one side, made it come up to a V, okay, and brought enough slack to where it could lap behind the card front, okay? So you're going to do that. You're going to bring it, flip it, okay? The back doesn't matter, so don't worry about that. And then I also used double-sided tape to tape it down because ribbon is kind of finicky that way. You're going to want to use glue dots or double-sided tape to tape this down. And if you tear it off long enough, then you'll be able to do two at the same time. So like I'm going to tape this down, and I'm hoping it's going to be where I want it when I turn it around. Okay, which is fine. Yep. And let me get my scissors that I cut using ribbon. Okay. And then you're going to bring this around and do the same with the other side. Okay. So bring the ribbon down. Let's see. Whoops, there it goes. Sorry. Okay, and then you're going to bring this around and tighten it up like you want it. And you can always cut the length off once you figure out where you want it placed. Okay. You can play with your sentiment and figure out where exactly you want it once you get it taped down and everything. I want it to be just a little bit higher. So let's move this. There we go. And always fix it behind in the back later. Oops. Making sure that your ribbon does not come off of the tape, because this just stuck to, man, it's going to be fixable, but it's a mess right now. Okay, so there you have your banner piece, okay? And then you're going to put a pop dot under that label. And I call it a pop dot. It's just a dimensional adhesive. So you're just going to put a little dimension underneath to make it stay popped up. Give it some kind of control of where it needs to stay, okay? Just like that. And then it's ready to glue onto your card front. And this is Azure Afternoon. It's 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And so you just want to take your cardstock corner to corner, do your fold with your bone folder. This folds to the left. So you're just going to put this on pop dots and adhere it to the front of your card. So just come across and put one on each corner. And that way you don't have any sags on your card. Just make sure you have it on all your corners and stuff. And then you're just going to adhere it to the front of your card. Okay. And I don't want any ribbon tails. Okay. Being that that's wanting to flap up, I'm going to go ahead and adhere it another time. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to glue this down. And you're just going to eyeball it to the center of your card. Okay, like so. Okay, and then the last thing is I put that pearl enamel on my wave, so it would kind of give it some extra shimmer. So we're going to do that right now. It's this Pearlized Enamel Effects Basic White, and you're just going to take it, and it comes in a 3-pack when you purchase it. It's going to be white, black, and red. And it's found in the embellishment accessories. Okay, and you're just going to come in and you're just going to touch up where you want that pearl accent to go. And I just went in and just did the crest of the wave. Like that. And when it dries, it's going to give it some extra shimmer. Okay, guys, well, that's how this card came about, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as you can see, it's not that complicated. It's a wow card. It gives you that extra, you know, shimmer and shine because it's triple layered. But I hope you give this a try. I absolutely love how it turned out, and the sky's the limit with these waves. I mean, you can do so many different color schemes, doing 3 different layers of dye, or 2 different layers of dyes. You can color the wave 3 different colors with markers. The sky's the limit on this stamp set, believe it or not, even though it's just a wave. You can do so much with just this wave. So this is what I have for you with Waves of Inspiration. And if this interests you, you can go on my website below and shop this stamp set. Until next time, I will see you in the next upcoming video using Beach Day out of the new mini. See you later. Bye-bye.